Connecting Philippines and the Global World.
It's May 6, 2022, Friday.
One vision.
One mission.
And one community.
This is the ABC Daily Newscast. This is the National Communication Network, bringing you the top stories ensuring no bias. The headlines for this news. Technology as a medium of teaching. Education and modern technology.
Cognitive psychologists developed the information processing model that explains that the mind operates like a computer. Learning has been defined functionally as changes in behavior. Mishra and Color 2006, the Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge or TPAC serves as a technology integration model. Benefits of effective technology integration. Levels of technology integration.
Types of learning, the observational and cognitive learning. Montel 2001, 7 learning styles based on their intelligence.
Technology as a medium of teaching and education and modern technology. This is reported by Gerald De La Torre.
Technology as a medium of learning. Technology alone is not the answer, but innovation through sophisticated technologies can be a catalyst to drive educational transformation for the 21st century, inspiring children to learn and succeed. A 21st century education motivates students to learn how to learn, actively seek information, create new ideas, and make discerning judgment, and apply knowledge to complex challenges. Infusing educational content with tools and expertise from our technology partners has the potential to transform education, cultivate a passion for learning, and inspire motivation in our children. The impact of technology is far-reaching in the world today, especially in its way of branching all aspects of life. Information now travels faster than ever, and as a result, knowledge is no longer limited by the confines of city, state, or even a country borders. In essence, society is increasingly becoming a more complex series of interlocking networks, providing a sense of unity and connection across cultures and communities that may have experienced limited relationship in the past. These new technologies has broadened everyday interaction among peoples to such an extent that it's difficult to find issues that do not come to the awareness of a wide range of people. It is necessary to understand the importance of becoming technological proficiently in modern society. By developing the skills is a source of empowerment because it familiarizes users with current technical trends and enables them to streamline their tasks at home, at school, and at the workplace. Connecting to this technology will be the greatest challenge faced by all generations as we move further in the 21st century. However, the earlier the next generation is exposed to these tools, the smoother the transition will be from traditional rule learning to truly interactive and engaging education. Consequently, it is our duty as a teacher to prepare students to become active participants in evolving environments. Therefore, in helping them to achieve autonomy, the first steps must start in the classroom. As technological trends continue to increase in today's market, teachers who are able to web teaching with these industrial assistants are ultimately the most successful in giving students the knowledge and experiences to gain the upper hand in their future. In fact, the biggest challenges that educators face in the coming century is not familiarizing themselves with the features of technology. Instead, it is recognizing how to appropriately and effectively use it to support learning within the context of a course. Education and modern technology. Modern technology also allows students to progress at their own pace because lessons can be designed to fit each student's needs. Technology also makes learning fun for children as they show curiosity and interest and learning when it involves technology. This also allows for differentiated learning, catering to specific ways students prefer to learn. Such examples include visual learning through YouTube, oral learning using audiobooks, and logical learning through certain apps and software programs. With technology, teachers can concentrate on the important aspects of teaching rather than wasting their time making and printing learning materials for students. They can receive and access assignments through online portals, so it's paperless and better for the environment as well. Also, when using technology, there may be some students that are more advanced in working with technology than others, creating an unfair advantage in the classroom. This can be remedied, however, with catch-up tutorials and collaborations between students. Students might find it a lot easier as well to cheat using today's technology. In this case, assignment exams would need to be structured in a way to make it harder to cheat or make exams open book. The results can then be used to focus more on students' abilities to solve problems than on retaining information. This is reported by yours truly.
Cognitive psychologists developed the information processing model that explains that the mind operates like a computer. Learning has been defined functionally as changes in behavior. This is patrolled by Mika Jonna Lagman.
Thinking is learning and learning is thinking. Let's reflect on that simple phrase. How do we learn and how do we think? Did you really at some point ask yourself how you think and how you learn? What exactly is happening inside the brain when a person is thinking? The human brain is the most fascinating organ. It has the appearance of a spongy mass of tissue, has a texture of tofu, and weighs around 4 tubs of butter. Our brain is mainly water with around 10% fat. While the brain only accounts for about 2% of the total weight of the body, it consumes 20% of its energy. Neurons are the basic building blocks of the brain, and there are approximately 100 billion of them. Each one has between 1,000 to 10,000 connections to other neurons, forming neural pathways or highways within the brain. The human brain contains trillions of neural connections. Information is transmitted along this highway by a sequence of chemical signals and electrical impulses, similar to how electricity is transmitted in a city. Our brain creates 10 to 25 watts of electricity as a result of all of this activity, which is enough to light a light bulb. Your brain produces more electrical impulses from firing neurons in a single day than all of the world's cell phone combined. So rather than being a spongy mass of tissue, your brain is your most complicated organ, a power station that corrects idea, movement, and feeling. Now let's discuss learning. Do you understand how learning takes place? Most people associate learning with school, colleges, or teachers. But learning actually encompasses a much broader range of activities. What was your most recent learning? For example, if I ask you, you'd most likely choose an example from your lesson life that has nothing to do with the school, colleges, or teacher. So how do we learn about the everything that we connect with learning? Consider something as basic as forgetting where you put your phone. If we go a little deeper into what transmitted in that process, we'll find something like this. When you get home from work, you discover you forgot to bring your phone. Then you remembered the last time you used your phone, which you had in the cab that took you home. We then made use of the fact that you left your phone in the cab, so you'll be sure to check the cab seat for valuables before stepping out in the future. Is that considered learning? What if I say no? To comprehend how learning takes place, we must consider both the experience and the consequences of those experiences. Let's imagine you found a troubled companion. Some months after your phone was missing, every day you and your friend drove to and from work. and he notices you getting out of the cab and looking inside to make sure you haven't missed anything. Soon, he'll be doing it even while you're not around. Your travel companion didn't get the idea to peer inside the cab from his own experiences. A cultural notion or habit that spread from person to person. But you are aware of what occurs, and I believe it is because we are aware of it. We frequently mix up learning and its catalyst. Teaching only preemptively distribute knowledge. On the other hand, experience lead to a revelation that causes individual learning by changing behavior and habit. This is Mika Lagman reporting.
Types of learning: the observational and cognitive learning. Montel 2001, 7 learning styles based on their intelligence. This is reported by Ms. Jonah B. Inoso.
There are two types of learning according to Albert Bandura: the observational and cognitive learning. Observational learning deals with the learning behavior and can be learned through observation. Therefore, it is important what we put our students through, what they observe, what they see, what they imitate, and what they trying to copy. They may do it among their friends and peers, but at some point it manifests itself in society. If they think it's okay at home, if they think it's okay with friends, they understand that it's okay to do in society. And that's not what we want young people to learn. We want young people to learn that these negative traits, these negative behaviors are not the right thing. On the other hand, cognitive learning uses metacognition, thinking about thinking, to understand how thought process influence learning. It is often constructed against observational learning, which focuses on the outside environment's influence on learning. By understanding the role of thought process during learning, we can guide those thoughts to help us gain knowledge more effectively. We can manipulate the internal and external factors that impact our thinking to improve learning in ourselves and others. According to Montel 2001, there are 7 learning styles based on their intelligences. Understanding the learning styles of the students is crucial for every teacher. As a teacher, it is important to know your student, especially their strengths and weaknesses. Teachers should want to know what is the best way to get the student's way of process and observing information. The first learning style is interpersonal. Interpersonal learners benefit from interaction with other students. So develop small study groups and peer-to-peer tutoring sessions to accommodate the students. Present opportunities for the students to work and learn from groups of others. The students will one day pursue careers in teaching, counseling, and in sales. Next up, intrapersonal. Intrapersonal learners are also called solitary learners because they prefer learning environment without interaction. As a teacher, allow the students to set goals and tasks for themselves. Intrapersonal learners pursue careers in data analysis, research, and security. Moving on to kinesthetic and bodily learners, they are also called physical learners because they enjoy moving and exercise as they learn. As a teacher, try to give students the opportunity to walk around and stretch and provide class activities. These are the students you will find playing a number of different sports and they are very physically active. These students will pursue careers in sports, labor, and in construction. The next learning style is a verbal learning, also known as linguistic learning. This learning style made most out of both the written and a verbal word. Look to facilitate roundtable discussion, classroom debates, and more sharing of ideas. Therefore, give the student the opportunity to present in front of their peers or classmates. Verbal style learner often find careers in politics, writing, and in speaking. Continuing forward, we have visual learners. Visual learner style is the most popular learning style. The visual learner prefers to learn through flowcharts, diagrams, mind maps, and many infographics. Visual learners get careers in video, art, and architecture. The sixth on the list is logical learners. They are sometimes called mathematical style learners. They prefer lessons that are very objective in nature, provide information through bullet points, to-do lists, and give the student a chance to think strategy. The last learning style is the auditory. Auditory learners are sometimes called aural learners or even musical learners. These types of learners make the most of sound, rhyme, jingle, and music. The emotional connection to sound and music leads to a better comprehension. If this is the last learning style on the list, but definitely not the least important. Each learning style is important to an individual. This is Jonah Henoso reporting.
Paano ka boboto sa May 9?
Kung sino po yung nakita ko sa social media.
Totoo po kasi lahat na nakikita namin doon eh.
Doon kami sa Matipuno, yung makisig at yung mabango, diba? At yung parang kaya kang ipaglaban.
Depende na lang. Kanina ba tayo malakas dyan?
May 9? Ano meron bro?
Ikaw, paano ka boboto sa May 9?
Research! Ano meron bro? Research!
Kulang pa po ba to?
Oo, kulang yan. Ganito kasi dapat.
Research! Research!
Ganito pala siya. Nakita mo na to?
Research! Oh wow, good track record.
Ang dami niyang projects.
Galing mo to. Dami nagawa.
Ginawa na naming madali sa favor.search/step 2. Ganito kami boboto sa May 9. Dapat, ikaw din.
Research!
And now let's check the weather status. Reported by Theobert Pen.
For our weather update today, heavy rains continue to hit some part of Metro Manila. The sudden downpours are due to habagat or the southwest monsoon, which enhance it to be a low pressure area near in Vietnam. That LPA won't hit directly the country, but heavy rains are expected in Metro Manila, particularly in Pasay and Taguig. Now, in the western section of the zone will be affected. This area includes Ilocos Region, Bataan, Zambales, Pangasinan, as well as Mindoro and Palawan. We advise the public to take extra precaution since the rain may exist till in the evening. Now, whether we are pag-asa wards, the same weather scenario will also be felt until tomorrow and in the coming days due to the southwest monsoon. Now, please be on alert for floods or landslide in your area. Now, moving forward to the southern Philippines, Visayas and Mindanao will also be under clouds sky with light moderate showers. This area includes Boracay, Iloilo, Bacolod, Cebu, Bohol, Apolline, and Samar. Now, in Mindanao, Zamboanga Peninsula and northern Mindanao including Cagayan de Oro will also under light to moderate rain, while Davao and General Santos will be under isolated showers. Now, there's no storm in the Philippine area of responsibility, but we should always be prepared. For our trivia for today is about understanding technology integration. So, do you know that technology integration is the use of technology resources? For example, computers, mobile device, smartphones, and tablet, digital cameras, social media platforms, network, software application, and the internet. The term technology defines the different use and practices. For example, integrating technology into classroom means more than teaching basic computer skills and software application in a computer class. Effective technology integration is achieved when the use of technology is routine and transparent, and when technology supports curricular goals. And do you know that SAMR model is a part of technology integration model? What is SAMR model? The SAMR model consists of 4 levels: the substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. In the first level is substitution, where technology is used as a direct substitute for what you might do already with no functional change. The second level is augmentation, where technology is a direct substitute but there is functional improvement over what you did without technology. For the third level is modification, where technology allows you to significantly redesign the task. For the fourth level is the redefinition, where technology allows you to do what was previously not possible. Model technology integration. In using SAMR model, teachers are encouraged to move beyond substitute and augmentation levels toward the modification and redefinition levels which aim for transformation. And this is liberty for pay, leaving you a word that life is weather only.
Mishra and Color 2006, the Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge or TPAC serves as a technology integration model. Benefits of effective technology integration. Levels of technology integration. This is patrolled by Mitzi E. Hinolan.
TPAC Technology Integration Model Technological and Pedagogical Content Knowledge is a framework that helps teachers consider how their knowledge domains intersect in order to effectively teach and engage students with technology. It's an approach that looks at the combination of what teachers know how they teach and the role of technology in order to better impact student learning. CK or Content Knowledge is about the subject matter from curriculum, documents, and the deep learning of concepts, as well as the higher thinking and high-level communication, and other process in the curriculum. Content knowledge is the what you understand and expertise of the subject area you teach, whether it's science, social studies, math, language, arts, or all of the core curricular areas. Content knowledge is made up of all the facts, concepts, and theories of any given discipline. PK or pedagogical knowledge is about strategies and techniques used in classrooms and other learning situations and environments to ensure curriculum goals are met. Pedagogical knowledge is the how your expert knowledge of the art and science of teaching from learning theories to instructional design. Pedagogical knowledge includes methods of teaching and assessment like project-based learning, as well as the instructional strategies like think, pair, share knowledge of these principles helps you design successful learning experiences. PCK or pedagogical content knowledge is about knowing what teaching approaches fit the content and expectations of the subjects. It is the intersection of the pedagogical and content areas, the knowledge we have of how to effectively engage students in learning concepts and skills. This knowledge includes approaches for addressing different learning styles and scaffolding content for deeper understanding. Educational psychologist Lee Schulman saw this intersection as teaching at its best, but several scholars including Matthew Kohler and Poonam Mishra have added an additional component to 21st century teaching. TK or technological knowledge is about the digital or non-digital technologies and tools we use in the classrooms. Technological knowledge represents your knowledge about the including how to select, use, and integrate technology into your curriculum, but it is not just about the devices. It is also the quality of content that students access through apps, websites, and games for learning by integrating technology into pedagogical content knowledge. We have new insights and opportunities for student learning. TCK or technological content knowledge is about interpreting your curriculum through a technology lens and to consider the impact of technology on what is challenging in your curriculum area. It refers to how technology is used in a subject area for deep and lasting learning. For instance, to further understanding of a topic, budding scientists can use sophisticated tools to collect evidence, make observations, and document findings. Interactive software then allows them to see their data presented in various ways. Applications of such technologies can help deepen individual students' inquiry within a given discipline. TPK or technological pedagogical knowledge is about the special pedagogical considerations, using technology within your teaching strategies, or perhaps for considering new pedagogical approaches afforded by the quality of the software. Technological pedagogical knowledge is your understanding of how to choose and manage technology for your students. For instance, what technology will best and easy for your students to workflow throughout their exploration of the scientific method. We can use collaboration tools to have students their learning with each other. This knowledge about technology will enhance your teaching. The intersection of all three knowledge domains, content, pedagogy, and technology is the core of TPAC. This center area refers to your understanding of how tools can enhance your teaching and support student learning more deeply and effectively. The heart of innovative teaching, you can use the TPAC framework to assess your own knowledge of content, pedagogy, and knowledge. Consider which areas you feel confident about, which areas you can improve due to variations in professional development, school climate, and available resources. In conclusion, TPAC will help you remember to start with your content and pedagogy and then layer in technology. Sometimes you get excited about a new technology and then you design a lesson around that particular tool, but in doing so, it's easy to lose sight of goals and objectives. For student learning, TPAC reminds us that technology is just part of great teaching. It's truly an intricate combination of content, pedagogy, and technology that make your innovative teaching and learning. The benefits of effective technology integration is when technology is well integrated in the curriculum, its tools and resources provide learners with extended learning opportunities in formidable ways, access to up-to-date primary methods of collecting or recording data, ways to collaborate with students, teachers, and experts around the world, opportunities for expressing understanding via multimedia, learning that is relevant and assessment that is authentic, training for publishing and presenting their new knowledge. Levels of technology integration. The Technology Integration Matrix or TIM provides a framework for describing and targeting the use of technology to enhance learning. The TIM incorporates 5 interdependent characteristics of meaningful learning. The TIM incorporates 5 interdependent characteristics of meaningful learning environments: active, collaborative, constructive, authentic, and goal-directed. These characteristics are also entry, adoption, adaptation, infusion, and transformation. The TIM associates 5 levels of technology with each of the 5 characteristics of meaningful learning environments. These levels of technology integration together with the characteristics of meaningful learning environments create a matrix of 25 points of evidence, each showing the depth and integration of the learning and technology used in particular lessons. And these are the 5 levels of integration.
And those are the top stories for this hour.
This is the ABC Daily Newscast, vanguard of radical change.
This has been your unbiased and true upholders.
A local TV news committed in bringing you faultless news.
Broadcasting authentic facts,
Saying,
we do not just secure freedom, we defend what people deserve. God bless and magandang aramansi.